What up? And welcome back to the channel, Dap Universal. I'm Dap. So, we're actually doing just in the spirit of the new moon in Gemini, which is today. And Gemini is all about communication, how we talk, how we communicate to each other in the day-to-day, like our mindset. And sometimes it can represent gossip. I can see Gemini energy as being like, say, the gossip of the tarot, not gossip of the gossip of the zodiac. But we're gonna be picking between 3 piles. So I'm gonna explain real quick. Go ahead and like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. But so I'm doing this reading live. So if you want me to focus on your specific gossip or work situation, all you have to do is send a donation, and on the next pile, I'll answer your question. I'll keep a note of it. But you have 3 piles to pick from, and they're just colors. So we have pile number 1, which is red, pile number 2, which is yellow, and pile number 3, which is purple. So go ahead and pick your pile. Pile number 1 is red, pile number 2 is yellow, and pile number 3 is purple. And I will have indicators on the screen so you know what pile we're on. But yeah. So one second. All right, what up? Pile number 1. So we are looking at what's the gossip about you at work. So specifically at work, what's the gossip? I pulled 3 cards just so we have like a pre-shuffle already, so it doesn't take all day with it being live. So we have 3 of the tarot cards already out, and also have 1 oracle card for you, or rune. And the rune that you pulled is Wunjo. And so this rune's gonna like kind of speak of like what your work situation may be like, or how you may feel about your job, just specifically, before we get into like what people are saying at work. And if you like work for yourself, or if you work like, say, by yourself or something like that, take it with context. Like maybe people like that you have to deal with, or people that you have to partner with, or whatever. Whatever your work situation is, I'm leaving it quite open. But you pulled Wunjo as your rune, which is joy. So I'll read it to you. It says, Wunjo is the rune of joy. Do a happy dance if you draw this one, because it may signal the arrival of good news, a period of balance and bliss, a happy ending to a difficult situation, or an exciting beginning. This may be your reward for past hard work and sacrifices, so be sure to savor the moment. If Wunjo has appeared in the context of a reading about love, it tends to mean that you're about to enjoy some particularly happy moments. If you found yourself caught up in a cycle of negative thinking, Wunjo can be a reminder that happiness is something that you can generate from within. Start by practicing gratitude and actively seeking moments of joy. Can you make time for a few things that put a smile on your face? What obligations could you ditch from your to-do list? Give it a go, and you'll soon notice your thought pattern shifting in a more positive and optimistic direction. Okay, so Wunjo, it basically talks about like a good period at work. So it's like work for you may not be necessarily like draining, not the work itself, not the job itself, not what you do, or like just in general. Because I do have this numerology card that says, be proud of yourself, last quarter moon in Taurus. So maybe you are actually working your ass off, or you're doing like a really good job, and it's been like noticed, because it's just giving me vibes of like recognition, or like saying people either respect you or know that you can do what you say you're gonna do, like whatever your job is. So there's like this sense of like, I really want to call it respect. I feel like no matter like how people feel about you at work, at the very least, I think the overall consensus is that people respect you. But I think because of situations going on right now in the moment when you find this, let's see what's going on. So you have the magician as the negative energy, like what people may be talking about. And it's upright. So it's like you got some jealous ass people or competitors or just somebody seeing you as a threat. The magician is the energy of like, I can do anything. Like this person just seems to like always just like delivers. And it make it seem so effortless. You know, people don't normally see what goes on in the background or like all the hard work it takes to really get something done. A lot of times they just see the results, but whatever it is, you make it seem really easy. By the way, you may be a Capricorn or any of the earth signs. Let's see Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Woo. All right, so we have the King of Swords or the Master of Clouds. So you could also be an Aquarius, but something about like you could work in like management or like work in a position or like a field where you have to use your mind a lot or the technology a lot. Like I'm thinking phone calls, computers, emails, all that kind of stuff. You may really have you may really be in a position where you have to use all of those modes of like of the mental like facilities, like being organized, like engaging with like a lot of people. But it feels more so like almost like over something. So if you owned your own business or like you did something like that, or if you were a manager or something like that, that would make sense. But it feels like maybe you deal with a lot of cogs to a machine. Like it's like whatever it is, it feels complicated. Clarify the magician. We also have the Chariot in reverse. Something about like, I don't think you just like luck into like these situations or wherever you are at work. I feel like some people think that like you either care too much about the race or the rat race or the climb up a ladder or something like that with the Chariot in reverse. It's like saying they will like, they're cutthroat sometimes. They focus on business. Like they don't come here to fuck around. It's like that kind of energy. And people may see that as being like over ambitious or something like that with the Chariot in reverse. It can be over ambitious. Clarifying that you have the Queen of Swords, but you're very balanced. So I think you're very fair. It's like there's a level of respect to you. Even people who think like you just kind of like are just out there for yourself. You may be like a shark or something like at work, or just people who find you to be very competitive or something like that. It's like there's still something very fair about you. It's like you're honest about it. It's like you're not dirty about it. You're not someone that people can't necessarily trust. It's just you intimidate people. Because the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords together like that means there's a balance within the mind. Yes, you may be very methodical, but there's also a side to you that's I'm not so strict in my own thinking that I can't like grow or expand or think something different or like evolve that. It's like you're very much open. So I think people respect you. There's not a lot of bad stuff people say, but the neutral energy, we have the Page of Pentacles in reverse with the Nine of Pentacles. Something about, some people may say something about like how like you weren't even that invested, like you don't even care about this job or like this position as much as I do or something like that. Someone's really jealous. So I don't know if you just got promoted or if you think about being promoted or you got recognized or something like that, or you're just doing generally well, but somebody's just out here like they don't even deserve it. They haven't worked that hard, like with the Page of Pentacles in reverse, but they still get everything, the Nine of Pentacles abundance. So it's like either people are talking you up when you're not around and like other people coming in like, well, actually, I think that, you know how like people, like you may not even be in the building. They may be talking about you. You know, someone, you know, Power One just really did a good job. They are just so good, right? They just like glowing or some shit like that. Like just, I love working with Power Number One. Here comes some asshole. You know, I don't really like Power Number One. Actually, you ain't nowhere to be around to defend yourself. They just could not help themselves. Just had to pipe up. Clarify that. The Empress. Yes. There's also an element of like, say you either, if you worked in like sales or something like that, if you worked in like a call center or just somewhere where like you would generate a lot of business or a lot of sales or like you get commission or something like that, or like your performance directly influences like the raise of like the team or like your, you know, whatever. It's like you are very profitable for where you work. It's like you're an asset to whatever team that you work on or whatever you do. It's like people find you to be, they're glad when you're there. They're happy when you're there. Even if it's something as low level as like a restaurant or something like that. People like working with you because you bring the money. You bring the money. Yes. the Page of Pentacles again. This time up right. Page of Gems. Skill development. You know what you need. You know your job and you do it well. I think people actually respect you. People talk about how like I think you in work mode is like a beast. It's like somebody that they don't fuck around. The positive things that people are saying about you with the gospel work is this Queen of Pentacles energy, which is like somebody who is very determined. It's Capricorn energy. It is the hard work. It is the I'm gonna stay late and come early. It is that it's practical and it has the stamina to go the long way. So people see you as a leader. Queen of Pentacles. People see you as a leader, but they also see you as support. Not just a leader, but someone who also provides support. So you could work in like customer service or something. And then we have the Two of Wands and the Two of Lightning in reverse. With the Page of Pentacles again. This time in reverse. And you make it seem so easy or something like that. It's like you don't seem to... It's like, I think you're organized, but I don't think you so much like to go by like a strict schedule or a strict... like this is the itinerary, this is the process. So I think you like to have some kind of creative or free like will to kind of do whatever you like, do what you find to be necessary. Like they give you like maybe the room to kind of like make your own decisions or do whatever. It's like you're not so micromanaged or whatever. And you treat other people the same. It's like you let people do their job. If you need me, I'm over here. Otherwise, like don't bother me. I'm good. People like that laid back approach, but you are still a very good worker. Clarify one more card. We have the the Four of Wands in reverse, which is like, I think a lot of times it's like, I think you just do the work. The Four of Swords in reverse is like this idea of like, it never goes off. It never turns off. It's like, you're always in that mode when you're at work, but it's like, I think you may have a tendency to take that home with you. So it's like you're just supposed to be working with. I think people actually see you as somebody who deserves deserves your position, deserves the good things that are happening to you. Most people like you. So there's not a whole lot of gossip. I do see the Six of Wands or Six of Lightning, which is victory. The Six of Wands is like the popularity card. You may be the one that everyone just kind of likes. So that's what it is. But yep. Sound off in the comments. Let me know if this resonated, how this resonated, and if you got spirit. What spirit got you? Lessons on we do. Okay, I'm going to pile number 2 now. All right, what up, pile number 3? If you chose the color yellow, welcome to your reading. I don't know what the fuck that was. Welcome to your reading. I guess the boxing now. About what's the gossip about you, what they saying about you at this job. Why won't they just let you work? I just want to do my job, clock in, maybe a little paycheck, and be left the fuck alone. Right? I remember those days. But I already pulled you some cards. Just 3 cards to save some time, as well as some oracle cards. But we're going to start off with a rune oracle card to kind of get into the energy of like maybe what work is like for you before you get into the gossip. Now you have the rune Ewaz. And it's also compared a lot to the death card in tarot. Transitions, endings bring beginnings, that kind of thing. So I'm going to read this to you. And it says endings, progress, endurance, and adaptability. EWAS is associated with endings, which are natural, inevitable, and important parts of life. It may pop up in your reading as a chapter of your life is ending. Things may be quiet or even a little stagnant, but suddenly change is in the air. Perhaps you're ready to shed old parts of yourself, to leave a bad habit or two behind, to tie up some loose ends or move on from a relationship. Don't hold on to what no longer serves you. Trust that deep down intuition that it's time to let it go. As painful as it can be, the good news is that endings create space for new beginnings, while EWAS has associations with death. This is at the heart, an optimistic room that's all about possibilities, progress, and then rebirth. You are heading into an exciting new phase, so gather your courage and be patient and let it unfold. It's also a symbol of endurance. So, yeah, basically, it gives me the death card vibes, right? So, and it's interesting because you have two of these moonology cards that come out for you as well, which is last quarter moon in Cancer. Take a breather with new moon. A new start is coming. So if you specifically are in between jobs, or if you feel like you are unsure about where you stand with the job or what's going to happen with with your current employment, it may be signaling to you that it may be time to go, or you're about to find a job if you aren't necessarily working like in an office or working for a company or whatever it means to you. Put yourself where you fit in. But I can see a lot of y'all been in like a transitional phase. But we're going to talk about what if you're not in a transitional phase. This is what's the gospel word. The negative is the Knight of Pentacles. So, clarified by the Queen of Swords. It gives me vibes that you work really, really hard. Maybe you're a stickler for the rules, or maybe you like things done a very specific way. With the Hermit. And you may not be very social at work, or it's like either by choice or just by proxy, meaning like you either don't work around a whole lot of people, or you just don't really, fool with a lot of people at work. It's like I keep that separate. My friends are over there. My coworkers are over there. We're not trying to blend the two. Like we're not trying to find no office romance and no shit like that. It's like I come here to do a job and that kind of thing. And so people kind of see you as a little standoffish. But you may have a job where like you have to make hard decisions anyway, or deal with people in hard situations where you have to put on like a certain, this is a job. Like I can't let my emotions get too much involved, for the sake of like the person I'm working for or with, and like the people around me, like, and my own sanity. So I can see you have to make like say hard decisions or work with people who are in hard situations or something like that. But you basically seem to follow the rules and pretty much, emotionally reserved about things. And people may call you cold because of that, or people may not like you because of that, or that find you unrelatable or whatever. But it is what it is. What else we got? What's the gospel pile number 2? The Two of Clouds, or the Two of Swords, indecision. With the Eight of Pentacles. Some people say that you literally, I'm gonna say make wrong decisions or whatever, but you make choices that like may not be the popular choice. Like say you may not let something slide, or you may call something out, or you may not look the other way when something's not right or something like that. It's like you really do seem to like either follow the rules to a T, or like say are really particular about this is how this is supposed to be done, and this is what it is, and that's what it's very matter of fact. It's very Libra energy, Virgo energy, that kind of thing. I'm also seeing Aquarius, and yeah, that's about it. Yeah, Virgo, Aquarius, Libra. But what else are they talking about? What's the gospel pile number 2? I have the Ten of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles. So it gives me vibes of maybe some of y'all, maybe this is a story somewhere like in your storyline, but like losing a job or leaving a job. It could be losing a job. It could be getting fired or let go of or something like that. Just to turn around and land a better job, or just to turn around and say work for yourself or find something that you really enjoy doing that makes money, and overcoming whatever that situation is. If you are at a job that you hate or in a position maybe thinking that you might be let go of or something like that, this may be a confirmation that it may really suck, but it's like this may be the thing that you needed to kind of get pushed into a better situation, or just the fire to light under your ass to kind of get you to do those things you said that you always wanted to do, to reinvent yourself. So it's like it sucks in the moment, but it's like the bigger picture is that you make out a lot better than if you would say that job. I also see the 10 of lightning with a 10 of something being a burden or too much responsibility. Some people may feel overworked, and people are noticing that you are burnt out. In the 9 of Cups, but there's a goal in mind. There's like you're working your ass off for, it's not for them, like not for the job. It's like, no, I'm trying to save money for this mortgage, or I'm trying to pay off this credit card debt. I'm trying to go to school. I'm trying to go on vacation. It's something, but it's like I'm gonna log these hours. I'm gonna clock in this building. I'm gonna do this job, and it's like you may be really like tired. You'd be really tired. People are noticing that. But whatever it is, if that's the case, if that's your story, whatever it is, people can see that you mean business, you about to get, and you don't get whatever you're trying to get. Like if you're trying to save money for something, or if you're trying to show that you're dedicated for like promotion or something like that, you're all gonna get it, because it's like you are clocking in, you're logging the hours. People notice, and they're not saying bad things about it, but they are saying like you may be a little bit moody because you know, burnt out, a little overworked, a little short. They may need a break. That may need a break. But what else would say? One of the good things that people are saying about pile number 3. What's the gossip about them at work? We have the King of Swords, verified by the King of Lightning, which is the King of Wands. So, which is opposite energy, because that's Aquarius energy with the King of Swords, and then that's Leo energy with the King of Wands. So these very two polar opposite energies on the spectrum, about you are here for the greater good. People respect you because you make decisions from a fair place, and you can emotionally distance yourself, remove yourself from a situation, and make a clear decision, or give say a point of view that's more broad, so people can understand without getting caught up in their emotions or like taking a side or being biased. You can kind of like drop all of that and just kind of like mediate, or see like through the bullshit, or see what the actual situation is. And you see it from an angle where a lot of people aren't able to be able to kind of see it until you kind of mention it. It's like, oh yeah, you're kind of right. I didn't think about that. It's like you do that a lot. But at the same time, with the King of Wands energy, with that, it still has a level of likability to it, or a level of passion and respect. It's like, it's not just that you can do that. A lot of people can do that, but if you can't articulate that, or if you can't voice that in a way where people will receive it, then it doesn't matter what the fuck you can see, or how you see it, because people are not willing to listen. But with that King of Wands energy, it gives you this kind of like unconscious energy of like, I command respect, but it's like not trying to. It's just people just automatically like understand that about your energy or your presence. Like you are going to be respected, and you speak with confidence, and like you know what you're talking about. Like you say stuff with like just with not just directness, but like a sense of, I know what I'm talking about. And people like that about you. It's what you see is what you get. You ain't got to guess about it. This is what it is. I'm not gonna play no games with you. You can be a little bit cutthroat though. You can be a little bit like, if you feel like it's warranted, you will show that you're not one to play with. People also respect that. But that's really all I got for you. Just a little bit of what's the gossip on you at work for this new moon energy in Gemini, if you're watching this when it is recorded. But that's all I got. Sound off in the comments. Let me know if this resonated, how this resonated, yada yada. And until next time, if you got spirit, what spirit got you? Blessings and out with you. All right, what up? Pile number 3. If you chose the color purple, we're gonna not make any Whoopi Goldberg jokes, no Oprah Winfrey jokes in this bitch. We're not doing none. No, we're not doing none of that shit. We're not doing none of this. We're just gonna keep it. We're gonna not talk about the color purple when we talk about the color purple. Okay, we're not doing that today. We're gonna be talking about what's the gossip though. Ariel, thank you so much. Hey girl. But we're doing what's the gossip about you at work. I already pulled your 3 cards. Just to start us off, so it doesn't take all day long with a pre-shuffle. So I got those for you. But we also have a couple of oracle cards as well. And yours is a rune. Yours is a rune. And it is Sowilo. How do you say it? Sowilo? Sowilo. 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 All right. And this is about energy, success, clarity, and poetic justice. So, Sowilo is the rune of the sun, celebrating its light and life-giving magic. It represents the light of day, when all the dark corners get illuminated and the path ahead becomes clear. If you're in the midst of a tough time, Sowilo is a reminder that even after the darkest days, the light will return. If you've been wrestling with a big decision, it shines a light on the situation that guides you towards the best option. Sowilo is a happy and hopeful rune to encounter. Some even say it's the best one to encounter. It can indicate a successful outcome, such as a triumphant work project, a boost in warmth and energy in a relationship, or a fair and just outcome with a legal matter. With the sun's healing rays, health is another big theme of Sowilo. It often indicates a happy resolution to a physical issue or a strong recovery from illness. Okay, but there's a warning not to overdo it. So Sowilo, your hard work. And we have this numerology card, New Moon in Virgo, and it says, trust all will be well. Virgo is that energy of the 6th house of your work ethic, your routine and day-to-day. So if you feel like you are just like trudging through, like I think it's about somebody who's just like working their ass off and they're like, is this gonna pay out? Is this worth it? Like, you know, it's like, or working towards a certain goal. Like if you're in school or something like that, if you're in night school or whatever, or taking courses while you work or whatever it is, it's like it's about someone like trying really hard to achieve something while they are also doing like say other things, like adults do. But what's the gossip at work? So the negative thing, I feel like people think that you are holding secrets or something with the high priestess in reverse, or that you have a hidden agenda. Something about, or someone around you has a hidden agenda. It's like somebody's gossiping about like, I'm hearing wolf in sheep's clothing or something like that. I'm hearing like two-faced or like fake. Somebody may either think that or someone may be like that around you. Heads up. So we have the King of Pentacles, or the Master of Jumps, with the 4 of Clouds, or the 4 of Swords. So people say that somebody is saying about like how you want like something for nothing, or like you want to like make the money, or like get all the good perks, or like something. It's like you take too much. People are like basically calling you greedy. It's like saying that you have a hidden agenda and you're greedy about something. It's like you want the most, or it's like it feels like someone who's like hating really, because the King of Pentacles comes up right, the 4 of Swords comes up right. The only thing that comes up in the negatives is the idea that people think that you keep secrets, which may just mean that you may just be reserved, or you don't talk a whole lot about your personal life and work or something like that. You may keep it like, you know, professional at your professional place to, you know, work. What you would expect, but it may piss somebody off, or it may make someone feel triggered or something like that because you don't open up, or they can't seem to get a good read on you. By the way, you could be a Virgo, a Taurus, a Scorpio, Pisces. And the 9 of Swords in reverse and 9 of Clouds in reverse. Something about that just may be something that intimidates people. Not that the actual way you work, but how you conduct yourself at work. If you're hard to read, or if you don't like really let people in that much, you know, like, and they just want just inkling to just like, you know, like, no, I'm just being nosy. No, you just want to like, no, I hear you gossip about everybody else around me. Why would I tell you my business? Girl, get away from me. It's like that idea. And they like just shocked and surprised, like, why don't you fuck with me type energy? Because you talk about everybody in this bitch. Like, what do you mean? But what else are we talking about? What's the gossip? The 10 of Cups in reverse. Whoop. With the 6 of Swords, or the 6 of Clouds, the Lovers in reverse. Some people assume that you're going through relationship issues, or if you told someone that you're going through like a relationship problem or like something revolving a relationship that maybe it's not working out, or they think that you have a relationship trouble or some shit for some reason, or like, you know, sometimes like you may not know what's going on, but you get like, oh, I think they got into a fight with their own. I know they probably got into a fight with their man or some shit like that, or like they just trying to figure out what's going on. And it may be a real thing. You may have gotten like divorced or broken up with somebody, and like it may be in a real like kind of open thing. Like, yeah, I'm going through a breakup, or I'm leaving my partner, or something like that. That may be something people are talking about. Also, if you like transferred somewhere at work, like you transferred locations or transferred departments or something like that, that may be a topic. I can see that as being like some of the 6 of Swords is transition. But basically though, they're talking about having to lose something. I think it more so resonates with people talking about like either a relationship or you having to leave a certain position or a job, something like that, and how it may be affecting you at work now. Ace of Pentacles. This may be like this may be a new job for some people, or like you haven't worked there very long, and people are still trying to understand who you are, try to figure you out, or something like that. I can see that, and so they're just trying to like put a story to the face. But I think you keep them guessing, though. I think you keep them guessing or assuming. So, what are the positive things that people talk about? Death. And also the 5 of Swords in reverse. Something about it's not. They like the fact that this would really make sense if you were new or like not been in the company very long or in that position. If you messed up, or if like there was something that you like receiving criticism and stuff like that direction, you take it very well. People can see like you take it with a grain of salt. You're humble about it. You can take a, you know, you're really okay with like people pointing out things or saying like, hey, if you could do that better, if like, hey, you know, you did that wrong, right? It's like you don't seem to hold on to it or take it personal. People like that about you. People feel like that you are approachable in that sense, and also that you aren't always stuck on a certain idea or way of doing something, and you can adapt a lot easier than others. Sometimes it's really hard to get a bunch of people to change the way they've been doing something for so long to doing something that they think is stupid. You know, it's like you ever got that corporate email like, from now on we're doing X, Y, and Z, blah 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 blah. You're like, what the fuck? Are they smoking crack? Like, why would we do that? Like, that's the dumbest shit. I'm not doing that. Like, that's usually most people's reaction. Maybe you don't act like that. Maybe you don't react that way. It's like, it's just a job. I don't give a fuck. Y'all pay me to do what? All right, tell me what to do. All right, fine. Here you go. Like, keep it moving. I'm not gonna stress about it. Some people just stress about the wrong shit you say. The 2 of Wands, planning, able to go with the plan. I see. You and you also go about things from the perspective of like, there's always room to learn. There's always room for improvement. I don't know everything. I can never know everything, and it makes you always be like the student. So that's beautiful. I love that for you. But that's all I got for you guys. Sound up in the comments if it resonated, how it resonated. Until next time, if you got what spirit got you, blessings in all we do.